दोस्तों हम लोग देख रहे हैं 40 इंपोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन राजस्थान सिविल जज के लिए। तो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, इंडिसेंट रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ वुमेन प्रोहिबिशन एक्ट 1986 रिसीव्ड द असेंट ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट ऑन 23 दिसंबर 1986। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, एक्ट नंबर ऑफ इंडिसेंट रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ वुमेन प्रोहिबिशन एक्ट 1986 इज 60 ऑफ 1986। इंडिसेंट रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ वुमेन प्रोहिबिशन एक्ट 1986 extend to the whole of India. Indecent representation of women prohibition act 1986 came into force on 2nd October 1987. Advertisement is defined in Indecent Representation of Women Prohibition Act 1986 under Section 2A. According to Section 2B of Indecent Representation of Women Prohibition Act 1986, distribution includes distribution by way of samples, whether free or otherwise. Under which section of Indecent Representation of Women Prohibition Act 1986, indecent representation of women is defined to Section 2C. Which of the following has power to make rule under Section 10 of Indecent Representation of Women Act? So, central government by notification in the official gazette. Offence punishable under the Indecent Representation of Women Act shall be cognizable and bailable. In which section of the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act protection has been provided in case of proceedings taken in good faith? Section 35. Section 16 of the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005 related to proceedings to be held in camera. According to Section 31 of the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005, what is maximum punishment? So 1 year imprisonment or 20,000 fine or both. The Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005 is a beneficial legislation. The protection officer discharges his duties under the control and supervision of Judicial Magistrate First Class. The Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005 is now applicable to whole of India from 31 October 2019. In which of the following cases has the Supreme Court of India held that wife is only entitled to claim a right to residence in a shared household, and a shared household would only mean the house belonging to husband or the house which belongs to joint family of which husband is a member. So S.R. Batra versus Srimati Taruna Batra 2007. Next है, premises under the Rajasthan Rent Control Act 2001 does not include accommodation in a hostel. In appeal against the order of the Rent Authority appointed under Section 22A of the Rajasthan Rent Control Act 2001 lies to rent tribunal. If a landlord does not accept any rent tendered by the tenant or refuses to give a receipt, then the tenant may deposit the same with the rent authority. Order 7 Rule 10 CPC provide for return of plaint. A plaint is liable to be returned when plaint is filed in a court having no jurisdiction. Order rejecting plaint under Order 7 Rule 11 of CPC is a deemed decree. Production of sock book is prescribed in CPC under Order 7 Rule 17. Order 8 Rule 1 CPC is related to written statement. Set off can be claimed in a recovery of money suit. Set off can be legal set off as well as equitable set off. In the CPC, an ex parte decree can be set aside under Order 9 Rule 13. Framing of issues is provided by which rule of CPC? Order 14 Rule 1 CPC. Next question है, Order 15 CPC talks about disposal of the suit at the first hearing. Next question काफ़ी important है, the list of witnesses after settlement of issues must be filed within 15 days. Largest order of CPC is Order 21. Garnishee is a person who is debtor of judgment debtor. Abatement of proceedings is provided for under Order 22. The maximum in vitro beneficium non-debtor relates to which of the provision under CPC 1908 Order 23 Rule 1. The provision regarding summary suits are in Order 37 CPC. The Order 38 CPC deals with arrest and attachment before judgment. Under which provision of CPC attachment before judgment is provided? Order 38 Rules 5 to 13. Next question काफ़ी इंपोर्टेंट है, मॉर्गन स्टैनली म्यूचुअल फंड वर्सेस कार्तिक दास केस रिलेटेड टू विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इंटरमिनेशन? Section 114 CPC should be read with Order 47 Rule 1. In every case, the examination in chief shall be on affidavit. तो दोस्तों वीडियो को लाइक कर लीजिए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिए और दोस्तों के साथ शेयर करिए। थैंक यू।